How you doing out there? All right, man. Hey, it's exciting. I hope you guys out there, you Cowboy fans out there, are ready for this season. Because again, this is our year. All right, man. I know some of y'all saying, man, I seen this dude face before. Why have I seen him before? Hey, you seen me on the other podcast for AFR Sports. I'm going to put them below in the description of this video when it gets uploaded onto YouTube. And don't forget to go over and subscribe to them. Also, subscribe to AFR Sports. But it's a Cowboys podcast. It's a strictly Cowboys. And we're going to be talking nothing but Cowboys football. And so let's just jump right into it, man. Training camp starts. Training camp is going to be starting here. It is 7/17/2026. Training camp starts in 11 days, ladies and gentlemen. And as we know, one of the big storylines coming to training camp is what about George Pickens? Well, we now know that George Pickens will be at training camp and he will be playing on the franchise tag for the season. $37 million. I think I'd be playing too, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't gonna lie. 37 million, that's a lot of money right there. And I think he can buy himself a whole bunch of whatever he wants for that 37 million. So I think George Pickens will play, and I think that will give them an opportunity to, explore other options and get other people signed. And next year, George know he's going to get that big payday, especially if the offense has another great season like it did. The defense didn't have a great season, but the offense did have a great season. So, what are we talking about with the Cowboys? What's going on? What's coming into the season? What are the Cowboys going to be? It's such a weird year about what the Cowboys are going to be. We know that the offense, we know this for a fact, that Schottenheimer is going to have the offense humming. That's not going to be a problem. Javonte Williams coming back. Jaden Blue is going to be a problem for most teams in that backfield. And then, of course, we got CD, we got the aforementioned Pickens, and then you can't forget about Jake at the tight end. Jake's going to be a pivotal part of the Cowboys' success on offense this year. But then you think about the defense. That's where we need to be at. We need to be focusing on that defense. And the defense, well, you're going to have a brand new defense brought in by this guy that they're calling a defensive savant, and that's Christian Parker. Now, the caveat is this is his first defensive role as the main guy. He is the main guy. He's not the defensive passing game coordinator. He's not the linebackers coach. He is the main guy. He is the guy that's going to be holding it down for the defense, that they're going to be looking to lead them. And I like his approach. He's a speed guy. He wants fast dudes on his team. And I think that what the Cowboys have done right now, what they have done season, okay? I think they have went out and got the guys that Christian Parker seems to want. It seems like Jerry really listened to this guy and he really went out and he made a difference for this team and getting the guys that Christian Parker wants. If you see the guys that he got, I mean, let's start with the draft. The Cowboys, without a doubt, drafted the best player in the draft. And I know because I am a Cowboys fan. It might sound a little biased, but let's face it, they drafted the best guy in the draft, and that was Caleb Downs. To see him fall that far, and I understand the teams in front of us was really picking their needs, and they was picking some of the best players. A lot of them didn't need safeties. They didn't look at safety as a position that needed to be filled at the time, but the Cowboys did. The Cowboys needed a safety. They needed that back end help, a guy who could also come up and help with the run, who's fast. Christian Parker, the teams he's been on, the things we talked about with Christian Parker. His defenses are fast. Philadelphia's defense was known for one thing, and that was speed and getting to the ball. That's what Christian Parker wants to recreate here in Dallas. And he knows he's got the money with Jerry Jones to go and do it. And we know that Jerry Jones was listening to the guy because Caleb Downs, first pick. The next pick in the first round out of UCF, Mekhi Lawrence. Malachi, however you want to say it, Lawrence. Defensive end. Linebacker out of Michigan, Jay Barnes. You had got a cornerback out of Florida and Devin Moore. So I think what they saw was an opportunity to, number one, put some more youth on this defense, mixed with some of the raw talent that we had, bring in another couple of more skilled players on the defense, which they did, okay, and turn and transform this defense into something that be able to catch up with this offense. The offense, okay, is going to be a top 5 offense. You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first. The offense is going to be a top 5 offense. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care who told you different. This offense is going to be top 5. Trust me on that. I'm not joking about that. So, what did the Cowboys need for defense? The defense, if you got a top 5 offense, you only need your defense to be within the top 15. And what Christian Parker can do with this young defense, but they hungry, he can get that defense who was 25th, somewhere around there last year. He can get them to a top 15 defense with the guys we got and some of the free agency that we have, okay? Um, with the free agents we had signing, um, I think that we can really change the trajectory of the defense because he did sign some guys that Christian Parker likes on defense. We know that. We know that for a fact. You had Jalen Thompson, safety. You had Kobe Durant. You had PJ Locks. You had all these guys that they signed. Um, so, you had Rashawn Gary was a trade. And so I think with the Cowboys, they wanted to be able to get guys in here that Christian Parker could mold into something more. He can mold this team into something that looks like him. And I believe that's important. I believe that when you want something like that, you have to give it to a guy who's young, who's planning on being here for a while. A lot of people are saying that Christian Parker is only going to be here 1 year. I don't think so. Number one, this would only be his first coaching job as a coordinator. Okay, I don't think teams, even if we won the Super Bowl, would say, "Oh, I need to get this guy as my head coach," because it would just be too soon. I mean, even Kellen Moore, it took him 5 or 6 seasons to become a head coach and a couple of different teams to become a head coach. And you see him his first year he struggled anyway, and probably going to struggle this year too, trying to build a team down in New Orleans. It's just hard for a guy who this is his first job as a coordinator then you think he's ready to make that step. No, Christian Parker is going to be in Dallas for a while. No matter what happens in his career, he's going to be in Dallas for a few years from now. He's number one, he's young. Number two, this is his first job. And I'm pretty sure that the guys he put on this team, he's going to want to see grow and mature. Because he's going to be one to say, I did that. That's going to make his resume better. Okay? That's going to make his resume stand out when it is time for that big time NFL head coaching position to open up. Because let's face it, in the next couple of years, we're going to have some of those big jobs open up. Okay? You're going to have the Kansas City Chiefs open up in the next couple of years. So you think about that, a guy like Christian Parker, he make his bones now. If the Cowboys are doing well and they're going to keep Schottenheimer around, and you can see him moving to a team like the Kansas City Chiefs in the next couple of years, especially if he does very well here with the Cowboys, especially with the defense. I think Jerry is going to give that man every single tool that he asks for. He's going to give him more than he's going to give Shotty. Because I think what Jerry said, I will give you offensive alignment. I will not give you any more real high paid skilled people on the offense. He's just going to let the offense go and do what it do with what it has. I think that's what Jerry's going to do. And I I think for me personally, I think that's for the best. I think the Cowboys can live with that aspect of it. Now, let's talk about a couple of rumors that's still out there and still could happen within the next 11 days before we get to training camp. And that is the rumors of Max Crosby still getting signed and traded to the Cowboys. That can still happen. People, that's still going on right now. Okay, Cowboy fans, that's still going on. And the Von Miller thing is still going on. So they're still trying to add pieces to this defense, especially since this Snowden thing went down. Because they're probably going to cut this cat. They're probably going to cut him. I heard somebody say that he's probably just a training camp body anyway. I think you're right. I think you're right about that. I think he will be just a training camp body. But I think this Von Miller thing and Max Crosby thing is real. And make no mistake about it, if we get Max Crosby and we get Von Miller, make no mistake about it, that defense will be a top 10 defense if we get those two players. I think right now with what we have, the defense can come in um the top 15. But if you add those two pieces, the defense can be top 10. And if we have a top 5 offense with a top 10 defense, watch out. Now it's just got to be about the coaching. It's going to have to be about the coaching there. And that's what it's always been about. The last 30 years has been about coaching with the Cowboys. That's what it's been about. I hate to tell people that. It's been about the coaching. Everybody want to blame certain no. And Jerry Jones even said blame him. But it has been about the coaching or lack of coaching in certain situations. We've had coaches that won a lot of games, had great regular seasons, but they haven't had great postseasons coaches. We're missing that combination, I think, of getting to that next level, that making that this is our year come true. Okay? I think we can do it. As a team, I believe we can do it. I believe the Cowboys are that caliber team. They've had a couple of years out of the playoffs. This is the longest stint that Dak has had out of the playoffs since he started. But I think with the team, the way they're currently built, it's a team that can get back into the playoffs this year. I truly believe that. But I digress. I want to get back to the defense. That is going to be the tail of the tape for this season is going to be the defense. You know what's so funny? Last year, I did a preview last year on my TikTok page. I still got that video, and I go back and look at it. I talked about how the offense was going to be the Achilles heel last year, and it was actually the defense. I thought the defense was going to be good last year, and I was wrong. And I think I did that before the Micah trade went down. But anyway, I think that this year the offense is fine. The offense is going to be just fine. But I think that defense, it's going to be the tail of the tape. Like I said, top five offense, hopefully a top 15 defense. If Christian Parker can do what he do and not have any interference, I don't see a reason why our defense isn't top 15. We know the offense is going to be top five. We know that. Even with the great defenses in the NFC, it's going to be hard to stop our offense. And if they're all healthy, especially our offensive line, you're not going to get to that. And he's going to have so many weapons out there. And it's going to be about moving the chains with this team like it always is. And I think we definitely have a team that can move the chains at any point in time. We're going to have a team they're going to get in the shootouts at some point, and you're going to have to try to outscore them. And Dallas just got too many weapons. And I think a lot of teams see that, especially in our division. A lot of teams in our division see that. We just got too many weapons. The teams in our division don't have as many weapons on offense. Not even the great Philadelphia Eagles have as many weapons as we do on offense. We proved that last year in that 21-point comeback, and we scored 24 straight points. They just don't have the offense. The Philadelphia Eagles don't. Saquon Barkley is not that guy from the Super Bowl season. He's just not. And now they lost a major part of their receiving core. A rookie is not going to come in and fill the void that A.J. Brown could. Number one, you don't have a quarterback that can deliver the ball like that. So I don't want to get onto another team, but I'm just saying that's the stuff that the Cowboys can do. So, hey, I just want to say this. This is our year podcast. Hey, man, this podcast is just for fun. I'm not one of those people who's looking to make money. Okay? I'm not going to even have that many followers. But I hope to get some subscribers because I hope I talk about things that everybody else want to talk about. And you know what? If you want to be a guest on my podcast, man, send me an email. Okay? I'm going to put it down below in this video. Send me an email, man. And I will let you be a guest on the show. And we can just talk about the Cowboys. If you want to do that, we'll just sit here and talk like we're having a conversation about the Cowboys. Okay? And also, don't forget about my other podcast that I do with the fellas, AFR Sports. I'm going to put them right down in the comments too, in the messages and description of this video. You'll be able to go link up there. And that goes live. Now, they do it live. I don't do this live. We go live every Wednesday night. We talk NFL and NBA, but we go live. It's a fully interactive show, and you can see that every Wednesday night, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Hit the subscribe button to This Is Our Year podcast, so you'll see when a new video is up. All right? Again, this is our year, man. This is our year, Cowboy fans. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. If the Seattle Seahawks can win a Super Bowl, anybody can win a Super Bowl, especially with Sam Darnold. Just putting that out there. Okay? But so let's talk about Cowboys football, man. If you go into training camp, hit me up. Again, if you want to send me some pictures or videos, I'll give you credit for it. I do not. That's not what this is about. This is about Cowboy fans supporting the Cowboy fans. And that's what I want to do. You won't see selling no merch. To see me, I will talk about my Cowboys. Um, Couple of things about me. Yes, I do live in Dallas. I don't live there right now because of work purposes, but I'm in Dallas a lot. I go to the Star. I go to anywhere there's Dallas Cowboy fans. So if you want to hang out when I come to Dallas, hit me up. I love to meet at the Star. I love to hang out with guys at Star. But if you know any other places you want to hang out in Dallas, let me know, and we can all hang out together. Maybe catch a couple of games or two in town. That'll be fun. I live up in the DC area, so if you come up here and watch the Cowboys and Commanders, I know some Cowboy bars that we can go to and hang out. And I know a couple of Cowboy fans that would love to meet you up here in the DC area. So just let me know, man. Again, first, I want to say thanks for all the support. Keep doing what you do, Cowboys. And remember, this is our year.